Hey everyone, I'm Jana Rodriguez with Easter Seals of Greater Houston, broadcasting live with the BridgingApps program to answer some of your questions. Today's Tuesday Tech Tip is going to bring up an app that might seem a little unusual today. We're going to talk about Airbnb. Like I mentioned, we are physically located in the city of Houston, which is on quarantine. Such as most of the state, most of the country, most of the world, a lot of us are in quarantine right now. So why would we talk about Airbnb? This is an app for travel and lodging when you are traveling. One of the nice things about this app is that they are adjusting and making arrangements, just as so many other businesses and entities are right now, to help us get through this pandemic with quarantine restrictions. I'm going to switch my screen here for a moment and put my phone. I'm using an iPhone. Airbnb is a service that's available as an app across all platforms. Actually, it's available on iOS and Android devices. It's a free app that does have paid services involved within the app, but it's free to download, and it can also be accessed on a website on airbnb.com. It is something you have to register for to use, and that registration is free. Prices may vary for different services. If before we had to quarantine, there were opportunities to book everything from a room that someone might be renting out in their home, a shared space, maybe bunk beds, to a whole apartment, a whole house. There's a lot of options available in renting places in different parts of the world through this app. However, right now, as travel restrictions are limiting what we have available to us, here's how they've adjusted. I'll switch my screen now. Let's see if I can load this up here. First, I'm going to show it in the App Store. Again, I'm using an iPhone. This is not restricted just to iPhone, but we'll take a look here. Airbnb. Give that a tap. It's this lovely pink app right up here. It's up top. I'll give this a tap. We can see a couple of screenshots here. Typically, this app is used to search, book, travel, and explore. And as we see through these screenshots here, there's some really incredible opportunities of places to stay. Now, at this moment, local experiences is actually, that's typically to, when you are exploring, learn about different activities that are available when you're traveling. But right now, let's switch over to the app itself. Here we are in Airbnb. Here's what they're doing to help us through quarantine. Now, there's online experiences, which is a new thing for this app. With online experiences, you have a couple of opportunities. I'll get to those in a moment. Let's scroll down here. Here's a couple of examples of what they're offering. You can see that there's exercise, there's meditation, there's music, concerts, walkabouts, where you're digitally traveling and having these experiences through options available here on Airbnb. Let's hit the Explore All option here. I highly recommend, if you haven't taken a look at this app in a while, now's a great time to go through and see what's available. You can see here some featured online experiences, a tango concert with a Latin Grammy nominee, outstanding, some wine classes. What is it like to be an Olympic bobsledder? This is a very unique experience. So you can see on here that to book and join this experience from the computer, phone, or tablet, you're available to do so. They have a group size of up to 10 people, so it's not overwhelming. And you can see some information about what this does specifically. You can connect with this Olympian and have that experience, that conversation about what that's like. And here's some information about the Olympian here. This is Lauren, and a ton of information about her. Here's what to bring, and you can see guest reviews too. If you're wondering, well, is this something I'll enjoy? You can see what other people have said about it. And at the bottom here, you can see there is a price. This specific experience is $25 a person, and it has 34 stars. It's been rated 34 times with 5 stars. So that sounds pretty cool. You can see there's a family baking experience, secrets of magic, the dogs of Chernobyl. How interesting. So there's quite a few things that you can experience digitally, virtually, through the Airbnb experiences, the digital online experiences. And you can see how much they vary, from escape rooms to dancing, art, making sounds, Foley sounds. How do you do special effect sounds? There's really a broad range of opportunity through booking Airbnb experiences online in the app. And you can see the prices vary as well. Here's another example of get inside Tokyo anime and subcultures, $15 for a 1 hour experience. Discover the rhythms of Puerto Rico, $5 for this hour experience. And here you can see some information. This one's also up to 10 people. And this takes you through the streets of Puerto Rico that you can experience from your own home and learn some information here about the drums and rhythms and a whole lot of history about Puerto Rico song and dance. And here's some information about the host. Here's what they suggest to bring. And here's a review. So great opportunity to experience what Airbnb is offering right now as far as getting connected and digitally traveling with hosts through the Airbnb app. They also, you may have briefly saw, I'll switch back my screen here. Up top here, they are advertising the services that they are continuing with right now. Online experiences being the main event here. You can also see that they, how did I bring that up a moment ago? I thought it slid this way. Go back here. Excellent, here we go. As they've put on the top here, we may be apart, but we'll get through this together. And that's a great adaptation that they've made with the online experiences. They have also offered monthly stays for anyone who needs to find housing during the pandemic, during quarantine. Airbnb is still offering opportunities to stay for a month or longer. So long-term housing opportunities are available through Airbnb, as well as frontline stays. So if you are already a user of Airbnb, if you're a host, you may have already been advised on this opportunity where you can offer your property to frontline workers right now, people working in the medical field, to keep them closer to where they're needed. If they are traveling, or if they've traveled, for example, to provide medical support in an area that they don't live, this kind of helps keep that workforce flowing. And if that's something that you're interested in doing, maybe you have a property that's close to a hospital that you're not staying in. Maybe you're staying with somebody else and you've set up your quarantine. Personally, I'm staying with a quarantine so that we can ride through the pandemic together. And we've been isolated in quarantine for quite some time now. And if you have a safe place that you can provide shelter and lodging for a frontline worker, someone in the medical field who may need to be closer to where they're needed, this is a great opportunity to do so. So it's definitely something to look into. If you have any questions about how to use this app, what digital experiences are through Airbnb, if you need any support at all with this app or have any suggestions, if you've used it and loved it, if you used it and didn't like it so much, please let us know. We'd love to continue talking about this. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. See you next time. Bye.